The United States is now moving toward a future in which powerful laser systems, rather than traditional missiles, are expected to serve as the first line of defense against incoming threats at sea. America's top naval officer has suggested that megawatt-class energy weapons could one day be deployed on the warships of tomorrow, transforming how the fleet protects itself in high-intensity combat. Chief of Naval Operations Admiral Daryl Caudle made these comments while laying out the Navy's evolving defense strategy, explaining how new technology will reshape the way U.S. ships respond to danger. Caudle said that directed energy weapons should eventually become the default response to close-range threats, allowing ships to engage targets faster, more precisely, and with far greater endurance. The Admiral argued that point defense systems must gradually shift away from relying on conventional ammunition and gun-based interceptors, and instead move toward modern laser-based solutions. Right now, many Navy defenses still rely heavily on systems like the Phalanx close-in weapon gun, which are highly effective but extremely costly to operate over long periods of sustained action. Lasers, Caudle explained, would enable U.S. warships to conserve their valuable missiles for offensive operations, rather than expending them on every drone, rocket, or small incoming threat. The Navy already fields several shipboard laser systems, including advanced platforms such as Helios and Odin, which are currently installed on some frontline destroyers. The Helios system is capable of shooting down hostile drones outright, while also using optical dazzling to blind or disable enemy sensors, reducing the effectiveness of incoming surveillance and targeting. Navy planners are preparing 300 to 600 kilowatt shipboard lasers to take on incoming cruise missiles. Future Trump-class warships may sail with multiple high-energy laser batteries mounted on their decks. 1 megawatt lasers are now viewed as realistic options for the Navy's next generation of frontline combat ships. These upcoming systems promise to vastly outperform the Navy's current shipboard laser weapons in power and reach. For modern naval lasers, raw power is no longer the main obstacle standing in the way of deployment. Instead, the biggest hurdles are engineering, cooling, and integrating these massive weapons into existing ship designs. Brutal sea conditions, salt spray, and constant motion make it difficult to keep naval lasers reliable and effective. Rising drone swarms and advanced missile threats are rapidly accelerating demand for directed energy defenses. As major power tensions grow, high-value warships are becoming increasingly tempting and vulnerable targets. The Navy believes megawatt-class lasers could become a true defensive game-changer for future fleets. The United States increasingly believes that megawatt-class laser weapons have the potential to completely redefine naval defense, transforming how warships protect themselves as maritime threats grow more complex and intense on the world's oceans. Interestingly, upgrading modern warships with powerful laser weapons could introduce major new challenges at sea, forcing navies to rethink how these vessels are designed, maintained, and operated in harsh maritime environments. Moisture in the air, corrosive salt, and constantly rough sea conditions can all interfere with the delicate optics of a laser system, potentially degrading performance in ways highlighted by defense outlet the Warzone. These factors can cause laser beams to lose power and focus over distance, meaning ships may need to generate even more energy to achieve the same destructive effect against incoming threats. Cooling the systems, generating sufficient electrical power, and fitting these bulky weapons into a practical shipboard form factor all remain significant hurdles to large-scale laser deployment. Chief of Naval Operations Admiral Daryl Caudle summed it up by saying, "Laser power is not the issue, engineering is," underscoring that technology integration, not raw energy, is the Navy's biggest challenge.